I'm sorry, your visa has been refused today and you're not going to the US. That's one sentence that's very crushing in the dreams of thousands of Indian students in 2025. Not because you're underqualified or unqualified. It's not because you didn't get into a great university either, but because you weren't ready for the new F1 visa interview process, which is tougher, faster, and now even includes social media checks. But here's the good news. If you're watching this, you're already one step ahead. Let me show you how you can possibly beat the rejection window. Hey there, I'm Saiman Shetty, the founder of Smart Green Card, where we help individuals build strong profiles for the O1A, the EB1A, and the EB2 NIW visas and achieve their American dream in a permanent manner. And in today's video, we are talking about what every Indian student needs to know about the F1 visa interview in 2025. What's really changed recently? The most common visa interview questions that decide your fate. Let's get into those as well. New student visa tips that are actually working and how to avoid being another number in the student visa refusal list. Let's dive straight in. So firstly, what's changed in 2025? So as of June 2025, the US embassies in India have restarted F1 visa interviews at full scale. But here's the twist. Social media is now under more review than ever. Visa officers can now review your public social media profiles. They may look for any content that reflects hostile opinions towards the US or support for extremist or anti-Semitic views. Interview questions are far more stricter and faster. Decisions are also being made in under 3 minutes, plus financial scrutiny is also up. Students are now being asked deeper follow-up questions on bank statements, loan terms, and even sponsorship capacity. Post-study plans must also be very clear. Vague answers like, hey, I'll figure it out as I go through my program are clear red flags right now. This isn't about tricking the system. It's about being 100% prepared on paper and in person. Now, what are the visa interview questions you must prepare for? Now, here are some most common F1 visa interview questions. Let's talk about how to answer them strategically in 2025. Firstly, the very common question is why this university? Be specific, mention professors, labs, their projects, their funding, and how this matches your career if you had one in India. Second thing is who is funding your education? This is a very important question and you should have your paperwork ready. Clearly explain sources, parents' income, savings, bank account, or even bank loans if you have those. You should be realistic about these. And also, what will you do after your graduation? Avoid saying, I'll stay in the US. Instead, share a solid career path in India that doesn't make you dependent on staying in the US after your graduation. And you might get asked, why not study in India? Why the US? You should talk about cutting edge technology, international exposure, or research-based learning, all of which are very unique to the United States. Do you have any relatives in the US? Well, always tell the truth. They will verify this most likely. Here's the pro tip. Officers are not judging your English fluency. They are actually checking if you're honest, clear, and confident about what you want to do in the US. Now, why do Indian students face tighter scrutiny in 2025 though? Here's the truth. Indian students are under stricter screening during F1 interviews, and here's why. India is the largest F1 applicant pool. Some students misuse the visa and stay illegally, unfortunately. Officers are trained to watch for signs of what they call immigrant intent from Indian applicants. If you sound robotic, give memorized answers, or even show weak ties to India, well, you're in trouble. Show them a clear path to return, job offers or internships back home, or opportunities that you are looking forward to after coming back. And also potentially family or property ties in India. This isn't just about showing your mark sheets. It's about proving that your future is in India. Now, what are some smart student visa tips that work in 2025? Well, the tip number one is that you should practice in English out loud. This has helped me quite a bit back when I was applying for my student visa as well. Mock interviews reduce nerves and make you sound confident, not fake. Tip 2 is to clean your social media. Avoid political rants or anything controversial. It doesn't help anyone, it could only hurt you. Keep it student focused and how a student specific social media account would look like. Tip number 3 is to organize your documents. Carry your I-20, your service fee receipt, bank letters, passport, but don't flash them unless they are asked for. Tip 4 is to show gratitude and maturity. If rejected, don't argue. Ask calmly what went wrong and how can you improve next time. And tip number 5, think exactly like the officer. Would you give a visa to someone who looks unsure, underprepared, or like they're hiding something? You definitely won't, right? So that's exactly what the officer is thinking as well. So here's the bottom line. In 2025, getting into the US university isn't enough. You need to be mentally prepared, digitally clean, and confident while facing the F1 visa interview. The process can feel intimidating, especially with tighter scrutiny and faster rejections. But if you follow smart student visa tips, avoid common mistakes, and also approach the interview as a conversation, not an interrogation, you have a real shot. Getting an F1 visa is a great start, but understanding the rules and your future visa options early on is definitely key. And that's why we created the student plan at Smart Green Card to help you handle the F1 challenges and start preparing for an O1A or an EB1A from day one. And that way, you can even skip the H1B lottery altogether potentially, or at the least be independent of it. Check out the link in the description to learn more. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. We have way more coming on OPTs, CPTs, scholarships, and smart green card pathways. Your future starts with the interview window. Let's make sure that you walk in with confidence and walk out with a visa. And I am Saiman Shetty from Smart Green Card. See you on your journey to the United States.